Good morning, YouTube. Matt M. Roy back once again. Got my cool Lidl glasses back with me. Wow. Actually see a lot better with these glasses on. So we're going to go ahead and keep these things on. Saturday, March 7th, 2020. This is a very cool Saturday here in Southern Virginia. Really cool for this time of year, actually. I think we're sitting at about, hang on, let me see. I can usually get my thing to work here. No, I don't want to relax. About 45 degrees. So that is not bad at all. I enjoy it. I don't know about you guys. I love having a cool day every once in a while. And the reason I like having a cool day is because I burn off more calories. On average, everybody will burn off more calories when it's cold outside. That's why your body craves more of the comfort foods, the carbs, the sugars, the stuff that normally is not that great for us. So no problem with that. I'm not sure what else we're going to get to today. I know Mom is cleaning the house. Dad is working on those adult coloring books, which I have immense respect for because I can't do them. I've tried. The lines are so small. I've got very, very klutzy hands, let's say. Dad's a lot better than me in that sense. But we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, so working on one of these Dell Optiplexes again. This one just happens to be the Optiplex 7020. I actually like these. These have a lot of USB ports. You got 4 USB ports on the front, and then you have, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on the back. And yeah, I know this thing is just moving all over the place. The one thing I don't like about these is the way they designed the hard drive caddies. If you look here, you can see the main hard drive sits right there. It's a 3.5-inch SATA drive. But then if you want to put a second hard drive in, the only option you have is to go with a laptop-style hard drive, 2.5-inch, or a SATA 2.5-inch drive, which you have to kind of wedge way up in there. And then you only get these 2 screw holes. So generally what I do is I'll put an SSD in these, and then I'll just mount it with double-sided mounting tape to that. But this is one of the last ones I have left to work on. Let me give you guys a little bit of an update. I'm going to go into the closet here, show you how many of those systems I actually have left from that haul. That's it, folks. So when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That makes 14. I have one downstairs. So I got 15 computers left out of those 40 that I picked up. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I did wind up scrapping about 3 or 4 of them for parts. They had various motherboard issues and things like that. And yes, before you guys ask, I'm doing a decent job keeping my closet clean. I need to go through this, move these video cards out of the way. I got these zip ties up here because Milo will drag them out and play with them because he thinks it's basically a cat toy. Just got my various cables and things up here, and then I'll keep all my cleaning implements right there. Now, do as I say, not as I do, because if you look here, they are probably a little too close to the surge protector, so I'm probably going to rearrange this eventually. Got my paper towels, my good old magic eraser. Love these things. The only way I can get the stickers off of some of these towers, I use this in conjunction with the good old Goo Gone. These 2 things alone work great for cleaning. It's unbelievable how much stuff they'll get off. And I got all my cameras and stuff up here. You didn't see that. That's just some Aldi popcorn that I've been eating. I know I've been off my diet / lifestyle change a little bit, but I'm not gaining weight. I promise you, folks. This is actually really good, too. This is non-GMO, gluten-free, 40 calories per cup, and I really do enjoy eating this. Everything else is pretty much clean in here. I do need to go pick up some more RAM later. Totally out right now. It is what it is. I'm okay about that because I can always get it up at the Goodwill Distribution Center and retail store in Hampton. Everything else is pretty much the same. Still got my little scale here. That one's doing great. This Top Shot Pro M275 LaserJet printer. It still works great. I did order more toner cartridges for that. Black ones. I'll have to order some color ones later, but the black is the only one that's a little low right now. And the one thing that really irks me about this is it reports the black as being low, even though it still has 30% left. So I think that's a little come on to make it seem like you need to replace the toner cartridge before it's actually fully empty. Now this just goes to show you how much I love my kitty cat. I have the window open here, letting him sniff outside, even though it's 45 degrees. Ain't that right, Milo? You are a stinker. We gotta love our pussy cats, I'm telling you. All right, folks, let me see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to everybody a little bit later. All right, so I'm here in Best Buy, picking up some thermal compound, and I'm just looking at the SSDs. You can see the PNY CS900, the 240 is up to $40, but the 128 gig SSD is still $24.99, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up one or two of those. That's not a bad deal, but at $39.99, you're almost better off buying this $40 SanDisk 240 gig SSD. Unfortunately, they looks like they are out of them here, but our Best Buy has a pretty decent selection of solid state media. We even had some memory over here. I'm looking at this 8 gig stick of DDR3 desktop memory for $39. That also is not a bad price. So, gonna buy some goodies today. Look at this. You even got an old school, what in the world is that? Notebook drive upgrade kit. Look at that. You go from a external hard drive basically to your USB ports. You can basically back up your old SATA hard drives. All right, tubers, it's Sunday, March 8th. Yeah, I didn't make it yesterday. I was going to upload the vlog, but there just wasn't enough raw footage there for me to upload it. So I decided, you know what, let's just do a 2-day vlog. Yeah, my hair's looking a little scraggly. I think I'm about ready for another haircut. You guys know I got to do it about once a month. My hair grows like a weed. I don't know why, always has, ever since I was a little kid. But I'm going to turn you around real quick. There's something really cool I wanted to show you that I found in my closet last night. I built this about 2 months ago. Never sold it, totally forgot about it. So let me show you what I got here. All right, tubers. So what I have for you here is a HP Pavillion. This is a, let me look at the model here. This started out life, I should say, as an A6342P. This started out with Windows Vista. Ooh, yeah, the dreaded Windows Vista. Came with a Pentium dual core. I believe it was about a 2.4 or 2.5 gigahertz Pentium dual core. 3 gigabytes of RAM, had like a 300 gig hard drive. Nothing super special. However, about a month or two ago, I got experimental. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and just max this thing out. How fast can I make this thing? So I started out by just totally gutting it. And I went and installed the only LGA 775 CPU that I had available at the time, which was actually a pretty nice one. A Core 2 Duo E8400, running at, I think it's like 3 gigahertz. Well, let's go ahead and do it this way. I think this is going to be a lot easier. Doing a Windows update right now, so bear with me for a minute. So, as you can see, Core 2 Duo E8400 running at 3 gigahertz. I bumped it up to 8 gigabytes of memory. This takes DDR2, PC6400, PC2 6400, of which 8 gigs is the max you can put in this system. It actually doesn't even officially support 8 gigs, but I went and did a BIOS update on this to the latest version, and that actually allowed me to see the full 8 gigs, because before, with the stock BIOS, 6 gigs was showing out of the 8, or I should say the 8 gigs was showing, but it only showed 6 as being usable. As for hard drives, okay, this is where it gets interesting. I actually went and installed one of those PNY CS900 120 gig SSD hard drives for a boot drive, and then I also put in 2 of those 500 gig Seagate hard drives. Those are just the conventional ones, 7200 RPM drives. But believe it or not, with this configuration, with the SSD boot drive, this has decent performance. Now I'm just going to pop Chrome open real quick and show you. And it's not super fast, but I mean, come on, folks. How many of you ever used one of these old HP A600 series systems? If you have, you know these things are super, super slow. The architecture on here being SATA 2, I mean, this thing was dog slow when it came, even on its best day when it came from the factory. But as you can see, it really is actually usable. I mean, I'm not going to actually watch someone else's video real quick, but I mean, look how fast I'm able to toggle through the videos here. Click on that real quick. I mean, that's impressive. Let's be honest. For a computer that is, what, let's see, 12, 13 years old now, that is darn impressive. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember what I did video card-wise in here. I think I actually gave this thing a pretty decent graphics card. Let's see what we got. So, okay, it's got a Radeon HD 4550, which is still a very dated card, although it's a lot newer than what would have come in this originally. And that's got 512 megabytes of dedicated memory. So I just thought I'd show this to you guys. And it's got the normal array of ports you would expect a computer from the late 2000s to have. It's got your memory card reader. That was a huge thing back in the late 2000s when people were really adopting the digital memory cards, the digital camera format. And unlike most modern PCs, you actually do get all of the different cards supported here. So compact flash, smart media, memory stick pro, and not just your SD card. When was the last time you guys actually saw MMC support? I mean, that's incredible. You do have a dual layer DVD burner with Light Scribe. Great drive, still works. I believe this is the original drive too. Expansion bay, one of those ill-fated HP Pocket Media Bay drives. The full-size HP Media hard drive saw some success, but I'll be honest with you, I maybe saw one or two of these Pocket Media Bay drives when I worked at Best Buy, and that was it. And then if you look under the little door here, you have your microphone headphone port, two USB 2.0 ports, and what is that? That's right, folks, a good old FireWire port. So just thought I'd show this computer off to you. I am going to put this up for sale. Probably going to pair it with this 24-inch Philips LCD TV / monitor, maybe put a webcam up to it. I don't know about price-wise. I think as it sits with that Core 2 and all this setup, it's got Office and Windows 10 Pro on it, I think I could get every bit of $200 for that. Let me guys know what you think. Talk to you a little bit later. All right, folks. Let's do a semi-cold start. It was like 30 degrees earlier. It's actually warmed up now to about 57. But I figured we can go ahead and cold start the 96 Tahoe here. Haven't had this running for a few days. A couple of projects I actually want to work on with this. If you look on the roof here, whoa, you can see that the paint had actually started to blister, and I just kind of did a quick spray paint job on this, but you can see it's starting to fade again. What I really want to do is sand this down, and I want to go to Home Depot, and I'm going to go ahead and just get some semi-gloss and probably glossy and mix it together. Now I'm just going to roll it on here. You can kind of see where I actually sanded this back a little bit last year. You can see how much better it looks than the little speckle paint there. So I think this is actually going to be okay. I just need to spend some time on it. But let's go ahead and cold start it up. Hasn't been running in, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days, I'd say. Ooh, it's nice and warm inside though. Getting the convection effect. And look at that. Look at what the birds have been doing to my LeSabre. Such a sin. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and put the key in here. 230,694 miles. And let's see if she starts. Let me turn the CD player off real quick. Turn the vent down. Let's go for it. What do you think? Maybe not that happy about it, but good oil pressure. Good voltage. Got a full tank of gas, and we even got, well, it's running pretty cold right now. I'll go ahead and shut that because it's driving me crazy. Ooh, she can't find her idle. That's normal with this one until it warms up. I think the MAF sensor that I replaced, or the idle air control valve, I think it's called, I put in here was probably not the best quality one, but it's a lot better than it was before. Before I replaced that, I'd have a very hard time starting it. I would actually have to hold down the gas pedal while I was turning the key just to get it to start. But she's doing pretty good. Still got that Sony Explode stereo. This has got that crappy electronic four-wheel drive control module, which oddly enough still works in this. A lot of these broke. As a matter of fact, ones that are this old, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if that was the original one. I would think by now it would have been replaced, because these are definitely not known for their reliability. But boy, man, she is idling a little strange this morning. Let me give it a little gas here and see if I can clear that up. No, she's just going to idle a little weird today. It'll go away once it warms up. But that's it, folks. You can rely on your Chevy Tahoes. Awesome. And since I have the keys anyway, we'll go ahead and do a cold start on the 2005 GMC Yukon Denali XL. Still really like driving this vehicle. This one, I would say I have a little less belief in its reliability, but it definitely does usually start. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, yeah, no problem. As a matter of fact, the other day, I fixed this radio. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was telling you I was having intermittent issues where the radio would just cut out on me. Go ahead and turn this off real quick. Well, I took the front bezel off of this, went and pulled the radio out, and noticed that the connector in the back was loose. So that was my problem right there. So now, radio works just fine. That's all I'm playing of that. I'm not even going to say what that is, because if I do, I'm going to wind up getting a copyright strike. But, yep, running good. 182,301 miles, so not too worried about my high mileage vehicles here. Although, once again, at this point in time, around 2005, this is when GM started putting a lot of electronics into their computers, a lot of more computer components, I should say, into their vehicles, and causes them to not necessarily be as reliable. But I have to say, so far, this vehicle has been decently reliable. I haven't had any major issues with it. Just some weird electrical gremlins, like every once in a while the signals don't work properly, and that thing with the radio. But now that that's fixed, probably the only thing I'm going to have to do in the near future is get the signal stalk replaced. Oh, by the way, if you guys are looking for a good Bluetooth speaker, Walmart has these on clearance now. These are the Go XT Bluetooth speakers, hands-free. So basically this connects to your phone, and you're able to push this one button here, answer your calls, and then hang up your calls, and you can hear your people right there. This originally sold for $30+ I think it was about $35.99. They're on clearance now for $14.99. Highly recommend picking these up. They seem to work really well. They run off of a basic cell phone lithium-ion battery, so it recharges with a micro USB cable, and just attaches to the back of your headrest via that little clip. And one nice touch I really do like about this is it is actually a metal clip, so you don't have to worry about it breaking on you. All right, folks, I'm going to let this thing warm up, see what else happens today, and I'll talk to you on the flip side. All right, folks, so I decided to get the Bissell Spotbot out, mainly because my Tahoe for a while had that windshield leak, which I have since repaired with some caulking, but a lot of the water was still in the carpet, so I took the little hose, and this is actually the second one of those that I have taken out of that, so I may need to also look elsewhere, because that seems like an awful lot of water. In all fairness, it did rain quite a bit over the last couple of days. I think I'm going to go underneath here later and see if maybe there's a hole that I'm missing. But this really does not have any rot or anything on it, so I'd be very surprised to find a hole. But you never know. Maybe the drain plug under there, they have these little plugs that sometimes rot out and fall off. So I'll just have to see. But man, that is an awful lot of water. And we will end today's, well, this multi-day vlog with the kitty cats. Hey, Mr. Baxter. Been a good boy. Yeah, he has. Some lotion on my hands. He does not like that at all. Very happy cat, though, for the most part. And we'll go say hi to Milo real quick. Hey, buddy. You guys can hear my allergies are really bad again, so apologize if I'm all stuffed up. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Please continue to like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. Remember to wash your hands a lot. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.